What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I'm Will, and what's today? It's the 8th, September 8th. Going to work on what I was working on yesterday, which is my little YouTube Slack bot. I was able to get authentication working on the client side and creating a user account on my database. And I was able to also get my trigger to work. Wait a minute, do something. Yeah, I was able to get my trigger to work as well. And that trigger was able to create my profile in my profile table. And yeah, I figured I'll go ahead and continue onwards. But I'm also gonna play with this Llama thing. So I've installed Llama, I've downloaded all of the, like all of the weights or the parameters or whatever, all of them. It's like 200 gigabytes worth of weights. And I wanna see what it can do. So we're gonna play with Llama a little bit as well. And I'm also going to start capturing notes so that I can begin to build my pipeline to generate my YouTube video descriptions based off of the transcripts from videos like this. So I'll actually go through that. And yeah, I think there's one other thing that I'm gonna need to do. Because I've decided that I'm no longer gonna use crafts, I also need to build an integration with GitHub. I don't know if I'm going to do that today. Maybe I will, But if I do get to that, we'll create a markdown file in a repo that's tracked in my Obsidian app. Like I have a vault in Obsidian, and I can push that repo up to GitHub, and then that means that I can create my files from wherever I want, including my bot. And whenever I open up Obsidian, I should see that note, so long as I do a pull of the latest. In any case, give me a second to get my screen together. Oh man, I also got to make sure that my computer doesn't restart. I just realized that I have an update that macOS wants to do. Okay. Okay, all right, I think I'm good now. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to my screen. Yeah, so welcome to my screen. Ignore these errors. Those are fake errors, fake news. And let's go ahead and create a devlog for today. Notice that I don't have my template. So that's also something that I'm gonna need to start thinking about. But for now, we'll kind of do what I've been doing. So we'll do just the name of whatever the thing is. In fact, yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Actually, no, I don't like this. I would prefer if this is the title, excuse me, and that this is understood that this is devlog. So what I'm gonna do is create a folder here called devlogs, and I'm just gonna move these into there. Okay, so now as a result of this, I need to go to my previous stream. Huh? Okay, here we are. So this is what I want to name this particular devlog here. Did I misspell that? Oh my gosh. Terrible. Okay, so that's done. And now we need to go to today's devlog, which I don't know the name of. We'll figure that out. Oh, building YouTube Slack. Okay. So we'll dump this in there. Now I also want to be able to have the date. I think that's important. I don't want these to just be unordered. So I think I am going to include these dates in here. So this is today. Today is the 8th. And then this was yesterday, I think, which was the 7th. I think it was yesterday. I don't remember. All right, yeah, that's a little bit better now. Cool. Move this over here, and I'm also gonna close Slack and other things. Okay. Oh, I also forgot to say it's Friday. I see it right here. Maybe I did say that and I just don't remember. But yeah, happy Friday to whoever's a Friday. Building YouTube Slack bot. Okay, let's create my first thing. We'll say task. And then the next thing we'll have is notes. All right, so what do I want to get accomplished today? That is the question. I think I should make it to where I just accomplish one thing. That way, like, I actually can hit a goal, and then I can have like things that I would like to do. So I need to. What do I need to do? Let's do a little bit of looking to see what I need to do. Actually, I do know what I need to do. I need to generate new database type or new types for the updated database. Generate new typings for updated database tables. And we'll just say updated database. I'm going to mark this as a high priority item. What else do we need to do? I kind of want to regenerate this table right here because it's annoying me that profile ID is at the end. I know it shouldn't matter, but it matters to me. And this tool doesn't allow me to change that. The other thing that I would also like to do is I'm contemplating changing the ID structure here so that there is a serial ID on the profiles table, and then all of the other things will be tracked to that. That way I'm not exposing my ID, this ID, the auth ID. I'm not sure if it matters. Maybe that's just an unnecessary thing. It's just adding complexity. If you are someone who knows a little bit about what I'm doing, like on the database side, how is this typically done? Or should I just ask ChatGPT? Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. We'll do that. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. All right, so we'll say I have a, So I have a database with an auth, with a user table in the auth, or in a schema named auth, and a profile table in the public schema. I'd like to know if I should expose the ID generated in the user auth table to the profile table. We'll do this auth dot that, and then to the public dot profile table. We'll do a little bit of this just to kind of prompt it that it knows that this is a full thing. So we're going to have our user auth table to the public profile table. There are other tables that will be related to the profile table via its ID column. All right, and I guess this is not a it is, this is an it's. Okay, so other tables will be related to the profile table via its ID column. In addition to that, so we'll say in addition to this, I like for the related rows in the other tables to cascade, or to cascade when the profile record is deleted, but not necessarily when the user or the auth user table is, or the auth user record is deleted. In addition to this, I guess I don't need that. We'll just say in addition, like for the related. Okay, it's deleted. Okay, so the next thing is what else would I like here? Oh, give me a strategy if it's not appropriate, or we'll say not recommended to store the user or the auth.user.id column in the public schema. Also provide pros and cons. Provide pros and cons to your strategies versus my current strategy. All right, let's see what we get. Separate IDs for auth user public profile. Create a new ID column. Okay. Use foreign keys to link other tables to public profile. All right. Decoupling. Deleting auth user won't affect public profile. That's what. Yeah, I know that. All right. So it does relate to security. Okay. All right. And this is basically the same con that I was thinking of, which is just like it's just more work to do. Second one is use auth user ID and public profile, which is currently what I'm doing. As both a primary key and auth user. Okay. Simplicity, easier to manage and query. Cons, coupling. Deleting auth user could complicate cascading and public profile. Security, auth user is exposed in your current strategy leans towards, yeah, it does. It's simpler but could lead to complications in data integrity and security. Strategy 1 offers more control and security at the cost of complexity. I know that. At one point, ChatGPT used to give a lot better, like, I don't know, it used to give better, like just better responses. This is not a great response. No notification for the live today. Interesting. I got it on Discord, but it maybe, I don't know, maybe it just, I don't know. I don't have a good anything for you for this one. Here, let me put this on just for other folks who are looking on Twitch. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't actually do the notification, so maybe it's a YouTube thing. Sometimes, you know, technology fails. So I guess I'll kind of explain what I'm doing right now. So I currently have, maybe instead of just talking around it, I can show it. All right, so we're gonna look here at my database. I currently have a table called users in an auth schema. This right here is how you select schemas in this tool that I'm using. You could think of a schema as a namespace. All right. Implementation details don't matter much here, but the key thing that I'm looking at is this ID column. This is the ID of the user account, which is like all of the users who can be a part of the system. Okay, so this is a user in YouTube Slackbot. Now, I also have another table in my public schema, which is where most of the tables that I'm going to be creating are going to live. And this table is called profiles. At the moment, it only has one column of actual importance, and that's this ID. And the thing to note about this is that the ID here corresponds directly to the IDs here. So if we look very, very closely, we'll see 01C5, 18F08. And then we come here, 01C5, F18F or whatever that is. And then we look at this one, F633, EFC96, F633, EFC96. So at the moment, whenever a record is inserted into the user auth table, I have a trigger that happens after the insert on profiles, and it's going to take this ID and dump it into my profile table, which is here. Now, what I was debating, because this is kind of like it could be a security thing, but I was also debating on like, do I even want to put the effort into this? And I was using ChatGPT. I was like, all right, well, let's just see if ChatGPT, what does it have to say? And effectively, it told me what I basically told it. It's like, yeah, you have two strategies, and it's kind of like, well, I know that. I kind of just said that, and then it decided to explain the pros and cons, which were the same pros and cons I had in my mind, which is like primarily the security and then complexity. So yeah. At the moment, I want to say that this user table, if I were to look at this index here, it's not a foreign key, right? So if we look at, and I'm looking at the wrong table, we look at here, we see that ID is just a primary key. It's a P key, right? There's currently no foreign key on this. If I were to make a foreign key, that would make my life a little bit harder. in this particular case. Although if I were to instead just have an ID that's automatically generated, like a serial ID or something like that, I can still have the auth user's ID in this table, and I would mark that as a foreign key. And this way I would be able to like cascade things upon deletion. Right. So, but I don't know if I want to do that. But what I do know what I want to do is if I delete a profile, I want to also delete all of the things that go along with it, which is right now, which is nothing at the moment. The other thing that I need to figure out is how do I want to store these, these API tokens, right? At the moment, this profile table has this additional info column, which is JSONB. JSONB allows me to effectively put whatever I want in there. I can just dump JSON in there. The downside to that is that I'm not locked into a schema, at least not on the database side. Sure, I can have a schema defined application side, but that's just more effort, and to validate that is a whole other thing. And I believe in when you have a tool such as a database that can do things for you, why not lean on that tool to do the things for you? At least that's my philosophy. I'm turning up my brightness a little bit. So yeah, there are some decisions that I need to make. And right now I'm leaning towards, I'm going to go with whatever the simplest thing is, which in this means just do these joins, right? So I have this, this profile ID thing here. So what I can do is this. Let's say we'll come into here. Oh, I even have something. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our auth user, except we're not. We're actually going to do public profiles. And I think this is going to return something. Oh, maybe we should call it P or A. How about that? All right, so we get back the profile, and let's also join this. So we'll join public Google, whatever this is, Google API tokens. And then we'll call this G. I don't really have a good name for it. We'll say this is G. And then we'll say on G, the profile ID equals a ID. And where AID is equal to that. So the reason why this isn't pulling up anything is because I need to get an ID that actually has a relation, which is probably this one right here. So we'll dump that into here. All right, so now we get back, so basically what I'm saying is I can do a join, which although it's, maybe it's hard for some people, like in my mind, this is easy because the database is pretty decent at this. Yeah, and honestly, this should be a left, right? This should be a right join, I think. No, I think this should be a left join. Yeah, all right. Okay, so we have, all right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as is. I can just do joins. That's easy. That's easy to do. So that means this additional info, we'll deal with that at some point later in life. All right, so yeah, I guess I've made a decision. I'm not gonna change the database that much. So what I need to do is update, update, what is it? The auth route. I'm gonna call it YT auth route to take into account the logged in user. All right, so I think that this is like enough things that I should get accomplished for real. Then outside of this, we can kind of touch on like, I guess document pipeline to generate audio. I'm sorry, not audio, YouTube description from audio, from stream audio. All right. What else can we do? then I can maybe also demo or playlist or whatever. I'm just gonna call it demo llama. And let me go ahead and pull in some notes right quick. So here is the llama paper. I haven't gotten much into it. As you can see, I was on page 6 or 7 or something like that. But yeah. Here's the model from Facebook. So we'll dump this into here. We'll just say, oops. This is the Llama 2. Open foundation, fine-tune chat models. We'll just call it paper. All right. What's up with this? Why is it? Okay, there we are. Okay. So we'll close that for now. We'll close this. Don't need that anymore. And this is just, I guess I'm gonna call it marketing for like Llama. I've already played with it and I would like to say that I'm impressed, but I'm not. I'm not impressed. So maybe along with this demo llama, maybe we can compare and contrasts llama 2 with GPT-4. For what it's worth, I'm going to use GPT-4 to generate my my descriptions. Okay. So we don't need this anymore. Okay. All right, so the first thing is let's generate these typings. And I want to say I created a script to do this. I hope I did because I forgot how to do it, real talk. But fortunately, I wrote it down in one of my notes. It just meant that I had to go and find it. Script, yeah, look at that. Look, man, look at this. I love when I do smart shit every now and again. Okay, let's generate these types right quick. Okay, look at that. We got our types generated. And look, that went away. Now this is upset. And why is that? I think it's because this can be null. And honestly, this is wrong. I think this is the thing that I said is wrong. So I think use memo is the tool, is the thing that I should use for this. So we're gonna see. All right, so let's have this tell me. So I have a React component, RFC. I'm gonna just specify React. Maybe I'll just type it out. React functional component that loads a session on page load. I need to use this session. On page load. The session is asynchronously. Wait. I hate when these tools are in my way and I can't see what I'm typing. So the session is asynchronously loaded in a use effect hook, and subsequently stored in state. I need to stored in state. Subsequent. No, that's important here. Don't correct me there. Dismiss. That's really important in this case. And I guess I'll do this right here. So we'll say hook and subsequently stored in state. I need to I need to also load some data from the database using using a property stored in the session state. But I'd like to split this into a separate use state, or I don't know, use effect function call. My question is if I should be using use memo instead, and moving the state to a higher order component. If so, how would I accomplish this? And then we'll just say, we'll do this. Here's my current component. Ah, shit. Stop generating. I did not complete my last prompt. Here's the component. And this is going to be in TSX. And let's go ahead and delete the thing that I know to be incorrect, which is, oh shit, what did I just do? Which is all of this. Ah, okay, all right, I feel dumb now. All right, so we'll put session in here. Ah, shit. Let's undo all of that. So I guess, yeah, it makes sense now. So we'll put session in here, and then we can just check to see if there is a session. And this is still gonna be async, so we'll just say, we won't run this unless the session exists. Actually, I'll just throw it in here. So we'll just say, if not session, we'll just return. And I suppose we don't need to do any of this. This is just noise at this point. Okay, so we'll say if there's no session, we'll just return. Otherwise, we're going to grab the user ID from the session, and we're going to do some things. All right, and then we don't need any of this stuff right here. So there is none of this. And this isn't get session, this is get YouTube credentials. Error, and then this is gonna come from the response. Okay, so we'll say if there's an error, just handle the error. And also return. We don't wanna do anything else here. And then if there isn't an error, let's just log out whatever data we got back. So we'll do, we'll kind of do the same pattern that we've had. So we'll do, we'll say YouTube credentials. YouTube credentials. And we'll use that function that I generated last time. And we're going to put in our response data, and I want this to be prettified like so. And this is called get YouTube credentials. Okay, so that should do it, maybe. All right, as for moving the state to a higher order component, it depends on whether the component also needs access to the session or database data. If so, lifting the state up would be beneficial. Yes, that's the thing that I was thinking. I'm not gonna lift it up yet. I'm gonna see if this works first. So let's run this. Actually, before I do any of that, I also need to store this data. I'm going to store it in a state. I don't technically need to, but I'm going to store it in a state. So we're going to do const YouTube credentials. YouTube credential. We'll just say that set YouTube creds, and that'll be use state. I don't actually know the type yet, but I know it's going to be something or null. So for now, we'll just dump null in there. Okay, and wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So right in here is where I want to do that. So what I'll do is say, what is it? Response.data. And what I can do is I can inspect this type here. So this is going to give me this thing right here, whatever that is. And I want to, oh man, like, I think there's like a type of operator that I can use, like a type level type of operator that I can use to get the type of the database thing, which is here. So in fact, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say this is probably going to be like database dot, oh no, not that. Can I parameterize this? Let's do or null, so just to make my life a little easier. So let's see what I have access to in this database. So we have database, public, tables, Google API. Okay, so then we're going to do database. Wait, how is this thing structured on? All right, I got to figure out how to do this. I actually forgot how you do what I'm attempting to do. And if there's someone here that knows TypeScript, you may know it better than me. I actually haven't done TypeScript development in a while. But there should be a way to actually get to this, get to properties within the database. Or you know what, how about this? Well, I'm going to use every tool at my disposal at the moment. So we're gonna, is it not gonna let me copy this? What the hell? All right, we'll just do it this way. Here's a partial TypeScript type definition. We'll do ... How do I generically parameterize the type this type in a use state hook. Let's see if it can figure that out for me. No, that's not right. I want to use the current type definition to get to the whatever that is property. Oh, I do have to use the square braces. That's what I didn't want to do. Damn it. Oh man, I thought I could just do dot, but obviously that's not the case. Let's see if oh, okay, it does give me, okay, never mind. I didn't want to do this because I was like, I didn't think that it would give me IntelliSense, but it does. That's interesting, I didn't know that. So we're gonna go into our tables and then we'll go into our, I've already got the, is it API tokens or something like that? I forgot what it's called, let's go back and look. Google API tokens, okay. So Google API tokens. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a type for this, a type alias. So we'll put this up here. And I'll call it A for now because I don't have a good name for it. And then we'll figure out what to call this. Google API, maybe we can call it Google API token. So we'll say Google Yeah. This should be an array of that. So let's, okay. So a Google API, we'll just call it Google token. And let's see how is this done. So we get row. Okay, so this needs to be row. Okay, and this is a singular value. So it's just one value. So what I'm going to do here is take this Google token and replace it, but this is going to be an array. And because this is an array, it's not going to be a null. By default, it's just going to be an empty array. So we'll do this right here, like so. All right, hopefully that works. So now I should be able to, I'm going to assume, actually, no, I'm not going to assume. So we're going to say if, and maybe this is a little bit anal, but I don't know what's going to happen here. Like if it's empty, does it return? Oh, okay, it does return an array. So I don't even need to do that then. I can just do set YouTube credits now. And then I can just do response data, like so. All right, and because I've done this, I should also be able to render out whatever that is. So we're gonna basically copy this. And we're gonna say render YouTube credits. And what we're gonna do is say if YouTube credits dot length. Actually, we don't need to do that. We don't even need to do that. So what I'm instead going to do is we're going to return, and we're going to do our we're going to do YouTube thread, whatever this is, YouTube credits, and we're going to map. Okay, so inside of this map, it's going to give us a callback. So what we're going to get back is the actual thing that we care about, the record, which I'll call R, and then we should also get back an index, which I'll call IX, like so. All right, and then I can move this up. What the fuck? Move that to here. And we're not going to do whatever this is anymore. What we're instead going to do is wrap this. This is about to get a little weird. So, so bear with me. We're gonna do a unordered list. Yeah, unordered list, like so. And then we got to do that. And we'll close our unordered list here, like so. And I got to make sure that I am closing these things correctly. Okay. I guess technically I don't need this. Okay. And maybe I don't need this either. Huh. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna do our UL, and then we're going to map over all of our whatever these things are. We're not gonna do this. This is technically wrong, but it's there for now. And then after we map over all of this stuff, we're going to close our UL here, and we'll do that. Okay. And let's see what else we got to do. Something is not adding up here. It looks like I need to make sure I close my function there. There we are. Okay, so we are going to have an unordered list. This is going to become, oh man, that's not what I expected. This is going to become li. And this is going to be an li. And then because this is, you know, I got to put a key. So we'll do key. And the key is not going to be the index, actually. So technically, I don't even need the index, but maybe I'll just use ID here. Yeah, we'll do ID. So we'll get rid of the index. We don't need it. And I don't even think we need this. Oh, it's going to do it for me. Okay, whatever. Okay, so we're going to get we're going to do LIs. And then we're going to get, we're not going to do this. What I'm instead going to do is look at my database to see if there's anything useful. that I should write out, something that'll make this easy. We'll do, what are these? There's nothing really here that I really want to show, but I'm just going to show the whole object because I don't have anything else. So we'll just put R like so, which is the record, right? So instead of just saying record, let's make this a little bit easier because other people are looking. We'll call this the token, like so. Okay, so now we can render out. We'll put a horizontal rule, and then we'll do a thing right here. Cool. So now let's run this. See what happens. YouTube credentials. So it's definitely getting the credentials. Now the question is, why is it not rendering these credentials? Oh wait, never mind. I'm tripping. It did render it. Okay, never mind. Okay, so we have the credentials here. I guess it just took a while to do it. Okay, so we are getting the credentials now. That's good. Excuse me. Okay, so then, yeah, that's looking okay. At the moment, it probably doesn't make sense, but that's because I don't store any additional information for this credential, like what account it belongs to, that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure how to get that from the YouTube API, but we'll figure that out. So for now, I don't really need to see it anymore, so we'll go ahead and delete it. Now I don't know that it's working, right? That's really what I needed to check. But maybe I can have instead of me calling this function, how about I just add a button to here? Let's add a button to this UI. So we're gonna throw a button. I think it's a button, or is it input? Yeah, I think it's a button. Type button. And this is going to be, I don't know, get broadcast. I don't know, get active broadcast, or load active broadcast. Oh, we'll say check for active. Check for active. All right, so we'll throw that in there. And I suppose we got to style it because we're using whatever this thing is called. I don't know what it's called, but we're going to do P4. Or no, we're going to do PX6, maybe 4. Okay, is that it? And then PY2 border, I don't know, purple, yellow, I guess. Yellow 400. Do I have to actually type border? Is that it? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll do a border. Let's remove the stuff that I don't need. It's just it's not really helpful. Okay, user. Is there anything here that I care about? Not really. Yeah, there's nothing here that I care about. The things that I will care about is going to come from the profile, which is this. This isn't the profile. This is the session. So I need to update my profile table to have information that I care about. But at the moment, we're just going to ignore that. Okay, so we have our active broadcast button. And we should probably have like a on, is it click or something? How do you do this? On, or is it click? let's see, Tailwind. Do I have Tailwind on here? Wait, I don't have Tailwind? Well, I'll just go to the internet. So we'll do Tailwind. Not UI, but CSS. Actually, you know what? No, I am going to use UI. It's so much easier. I'll just log in here. This is a little bit easier. All right, let's look for a button. Buttons. Okay, this is a primary button. Okay, and then found it. Yeah, we'll just copy all of that. I don't really care. Let's just take it all. All right. And rounded background indigo. I don't want the background to be indigo. And then font text white. Yeah, that's fine. Shadow. Yeah, honestly, the shadow doesn't matter. The hover, that can be indigo. Focus, visible outline, focus, focus, visible outline. All right, so on focus, I want the visible outline to be yellow. Like so. Let's see. Actually, I don't like that. Why? Oh yeah, I don't like that. Hover. Actually, I want, wait, this should be 400. Hover should be yellow. Actually, no. Hover should not be anything. I don't want the background. I want the border to be this. So we'll say border, yellow. All right, maybe that's not how you do it. Okay. Do I have to turn on the border first? Yeah, maybe that. So we'll say border. Yeah, there we are. Cool. So now we get like hover and all that other kind of crap. And if you click it, nothing's gonna happen. So let's create a handler to do this. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna define a on active broad, whatever that is. So on active check, on check active broadcast clicked. I know it's a long name, but I don't care. This is technically like a, it's gonna give me an event, technically. Now I don't know what kind of type this is gonna give me, so we're gonna see if we can use ChatGPT to tell me that, because I really don't know. So let's see. I have a button, button element of type button, and I'm attaching an event handler to it. I like the correct type of the event. How would I define it, or how would I extend this definition so the event is properly typed to the React synthetic event, synthetic on click event. And let's do that, this, and a little bit of that and that. Okay, so here's my little thingamajig, and we're gonna put it in there. Oops. That. So what I'm basically asking for is I want to be able to type this to whatever it's supposed to be. That way, when I get this event, which sure I don't really need to. No, I don't really need to. Yeah, it's right now I'm gonna have to say any or something like that, or say event, but I want to be able to prevent the default and all that other kind of crap. But let's just see what it can do. Like, let's see if ChatGPT can be helpful here. So a mouse event. Okay, interesting. All right, yeah, sure. I'll try it. Let's see. All right, and we'll do the event for the default. And then we'll just log out to the console. I don't know. We'll just log out the event. How about that? Detail. Okay, and what we'll do is come into here and we'll bind it. So we'll say on click is going to be equal to this thing right there. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I guess that works. I'm not sure why it's giving me a count. Let's just log out the entire event. Perfect. Yes, this is exactly what I want. Great. Okay, so I have my little thingamajig is doing the things. So whenever I do this, what I want to happen is to go out and fetch things. Now here's the cool thing. I've already implemented this function. The function is in my API actually, YouTube broadcast. So really all I need to do is call out to my API function. And I think I can use the fetch API to do that maybe. So we're going to turn this into an async thingamajig. Async. And we're going to try, oops. And we'll go ahead and put our little error in here. You know what? I'm going to use a snippet to do this. Try catch. There we are, a little bit. Oh, wait, what? All right, there we are. So we're going to do R is equal to await. We're going to use fetch. I think this is just like the request or the URL. And then there are some things that I can do to configure it, like give a body, cache, or whatever. I don't know if I need any of this yet. We'll see. And for now, we're just going to leave it as that. And then otherwise, we're just going to write out an error. So we'll just say console error. And for now, I'm just going to dump the error in there. I don't really care about it at the moment. Okay, so the route is going to be API YouTube broadcast. YouTube broadcast. All right, so here's the thing though. At the moment, and this is where things get a little interesting. This is hard coded, okay? So now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to have to pass the thing that I want to load, right? So yeah, all I'm going to do is pass it in the body or something like that. And I think I can grab it from the body. You could do something like this, and that'll come from the request, which it doesn't exist, but it will. So let's just do this right here, and then we'll rename it to request, like so. All right, and body. Let's see. It's a readable stream. Let's see if I can get this another way. Is there a function that I can call to get the body? Oh, also this shouldn't be a get. This should be a post. I actually don't. Oh, it extends a request. Okay, I was about to say I don't even see body on here anywhere. Oh fuck! Why not do that? Okay, so request extends body. Okay, well then, so there's headers, there's what else? Refer, and then request is, all right, what's body? So body is a read-only string, but oh wait, this is on the wrong thing. So let's do this right here, body. Wait, I think I must have just missed it because I remember seeing, I thought I just saw, yeah, body, here we are. So body, okay, readable stream, blob, form data, JSON. Okay, so I'm gonna grab JSON, okay. Is my request here? Wait, is this it? Yes, this is it. Okay. No, wait, no, this isn't it. And why is this tripping? No overload matched. Did I rename this? Did I add some? Oh, okay. God damn it. Okay. All right. So there's two things that I need to do. Not only do I need to update the fetch, I need to update the initial write. So this is complaining because there is no user attached. So yeah, I'm gonna need to, basically I need to do this. I have to put in the profile ID and then put in the profile ID. Right now, that's just one, right? It's just the token ID. But eventually this needs to be the authenticated user, which means that before I can have this run, I need to authenticate by doing something. I don't know how I'm gonna authenticate yet, but we'll figure that out. I'm curious, those of you who are watching, do you like development, software development? Is it even something that's interesting? Excuse me. So body can be any right now. I wonder if I can serialize this. Will it let me do that? JSON promise many. Okay, so it doesn't seem like I can serialize this. So what I may be able to do, although I don't like it, is get it as text and then serialize. Whatever, I'll just do this. We'll just say as whatever the type is. So we'll define a type. And the only thing that I really care about is that there is a property on here called profile ID. All right, so I get to define what the request looks like, what the request body looks like. All right, so what I'll do here is just build an interface here. We'll say, what is this? YouTube broadcast request. YouTube broadcast. Request body. And there's one thing in particular that I want. Honestly, well, yeah, I am gonna put. Yeah, I guess I can post it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to post it. What I was thinking, actually, no, I could use just a get and then pass headers and make sure that I have an auth header in there. That before I do anything, I could do that. And here's what I'm saying. Let's kind of show this. So let's pretend that it's gonna come to my local host. We're going to API/YouTube broadcast. What I'm saying is that I could do something like this. I can throw a query param on here, right? And say profile equal, I don't know, whatever that is. So I can do that. Alternatively, I can do this right here where I do, let me change this a little bit. So we'll do get. So we'll do a get like so. And then we would just pass in headers and stuff. So we'll just say headers would be auth. So we'll just say authorization, and that'll be some bearer token. And then our token, right? That's one way we can do it. The other way we could do it is we can do a post, and we don't do any of this query param BS. And then instead, what I'll do is I'll still pass authorization as headers. So we'll still have to do this little bit right here. But I would share an object, and that object will have the profile. And that would be like 1, something like that. So these are my 2 options. If I do it as a query param, I don't need to define this interface type. If I do it this way, I probably need to define, I'm just gonna do it this way. I've already typed it, it's fine. So we'll do profile. And I'm gonna be very specific here. We'll say profile ID. And I have no idea what the profile ID is at the moment, so we gotta go figure that out. Okay, and this is the thing. Oh man, this is UUID, fuck. We're just gonna call this a string. We're just gonna call it a string. Yeah, sure. I don't like it, but whatever. We'll go with it. We'll just call it body. All right, and then what I can do is when I do this cast here, I can say as that type, like that. Or I can just do this right here. I can do it that way with an explicit cast. And then what that will allow me to do is inside of this ID right here, I can just do body.profile ID. Except I wouldn't be getting the ID here. I would be doing profile ID. Like so. And this will represent the thing that I want to go and fetch. Now, here's the thing. I also need to do that same thing here, right? So this token refresh, I need to know which token to refresh. Or maybe I don't. Let's confirm. Maybe no, I do. I definitely need to know which one. All right, so here's how I'm going to tackle that. I'm just going to move this up there and then move this to here. All right. So now I can get my profile ID from here. And we will put in token ID there. where the token ID. So this is going to be where the profile ID is equal to the profile ID that we pass in. And we also want to do this bit right here. So it's going to be basically the same thing. We'll just copy the whole line. Shit, what did I just do? Okay, we'll copy this whole line and we'll just replace that here. Okay, and we no longer need that. We can get rid of that. All right, now let's get rid of this token ID just to confirm that I've like did things okay. I didn't. So if there's no data, no token exists with ID. So this isn't ID anymore. This is profile. Exists for profile. Profile ID. Okay, cool. So we went with this posting, and right now I'm not using any type of auth, but what I would eventually want to do is pull off auth from this request. So I could do something like this. Come into, I think we can do headers, and that'll be equal to the request, I think, maybe, hopefully. And then headers, I want to say it's just a hash, so we can do get, and then the one that we're going to want is authorization. All right, and then we'll say const auth headers, auth header. We'll just, yeah, auth, yeah, we'll just call it auth. And this should be a string or null. So what we could do is we could say if not auth, basically if it's undefined or null or something like that, then we want to return. And what do we want to return? We actually want to return a 40 something. So I'm just going to kind of copy this. Maybe I need to create a function to make this easy, because this is ugly, to be honest. I hate this. So we're not going to return a body like so. We're just going to say not authorized. So we'll say not authorized. And then the status is going to be unauthorized, like so. All right, so at this point, well, yeah. Yeah. This, just because we get past this doesn't mean that we're authorized. So we also then have to check if we're actually authorized. But at the moment, I'm just going to comment this out because I just kind of wanted to show like the direction that we eventually go. All right. And honestly, we would do this not here. We could do that outside of this try block. Okay, I guess this is okay. So now we get back to here. So we're going to do our fetch, YouTube broadcast. And what I need to do is add in a body. And in order to make this easier for me, I'm going to export this. And then we're just going to say this is going to be a whatever that is. So we'll say body, and it's going to be equal to whatever this thing is. And we're going to cast it as of that. We can import it like so. And then that allows me to just do this, right? So we'll put in profile ID, and the profile ID is going to come from, I think I have it. Where was it? YouTube, wait, no. Oh, I'm not loading it like a dumb. Oh, wait, no, profile ID. Currently the profile ID is the same thing as the session. So I can just come and do session dot, what do you call that? User ID. Like so. Wait, what? To body. Oh, okay, I'm tripping. Okay. So, oh gosh, this is, oh man. All right, so we're gonna do JSON.stringify. We'll stringify all of this. There we are. So now we're happy. And then I can do headers. And the header that I care about is authorization. I'm gonna do this right here because I want it to be, I think it needs to be capital, maybe. I really don't know. Don't quote me on this. And the authorization is going to be from the session, I think. The access token. And why is this tripping at me? It's not assignable to type headers in it. Okay, is there a way that, okay, interesting. Oh, append. Headers.append. Okay, so what I think I may end up doing is defining my headers outside of here. So let's see, this is a request init header. So we'll just say, oh no, it's a headers init, whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know what a headers init is. So we're just going to define this up here. So we'll say const headers, and we can put that up here, I think. And that's going to be whatever this is, headers init. And then we can say headers dot. I wonder if I do let, will that let me add? No, okay. So I have no, wait, keys maybe? Keys dot. Yeah, I have no idea how to add headers. So I got to figure out how to add, headers. Okay, whatever. Let's see here. Purple ring of fire, planet orange. I don't know what that means, but sure. Sure. I'm not much of an, I don't know internet things. I used to be a internet person, but these days I know nothing. Know what? I think maybe I can, wait, append. Can I just do this? Is it gonna let me do that? I don't think I can do this. So we're gonna consult the docs. So we'll do Next.js headers. Okay. Oh, it's just called headers. Interesting. Header, but that's to get. I wanna create headers, or add headers rather. API, add headers. Nope, that's not it. Man, I'm gonna have to actually read through, man. Fine, whatever, I'll read. I didn't want to read anything, but whatever. So we have data fetching, data fetching patterns, headers. Oh, this is the function. I don't think this is what I want. Oh wait, no, this, I'm tripping. This is the fetch API. Fetch API, headers. Headers. How is this? Wait, this is what I had that. What are we talking about? It's not letting me do that. Oh, now it does let me. What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. I don't think it didn't let me do that before, or at least I don't think it did. Maybe it did. I think I'm gonna pull this out just to make my life a little bit easier. So this is going to be pulled out into body. Like so. And then we'll just do that. And then headers, we'll have authorization. Maybe I did try it and then I didn't do something right. Access token. Yeah, that was it. Okay. It's because this can't be undefined. So what I want to do is, if there's not a session, I don't want to do anything. So we'll say if no session, just return. So we'll put this guard in there, and then I don't have to do this right here. Okay. Let's see, oops, response. So we're gonna, technically, I guess I don't need to check the status. I don't really care about the status at the moment. I just want to know if it fails, and if it does, we'll do something with it. And I guess we'll also just log out the response for now and hope that it's not an object. It probably is, so what I'm gonna do is do my 2JSON. Yeah, actually no, this is gonna be on the client side. I'll just put 2JSON. We won't prettify it, we'll just keep it default. All right. So when I click this button, a request should be made to the API, and it's going to send the access token. I'm not using it yet, that's okay. We're going to send off this profile ID, which is typed, strongly typed rather. So instead of doing this JSON stringify, this is a little bit confusing. So I'm going to change this just slightly, ever so slightly. We'll do this. We'll do one of these things. And we won't do an as, we'll explicitly type this as such. And then here I'll do the stringify business. So we'll stringify it here. Like so. I think that's a little bit cleaner, maybe. I don't know, maybe it's just style. Okay, so we've done that. Let's see if it'll do something. So let's go to my route here and await profile request JSON. All right, so I'm going to throw a breakpoint here. Yeah, we'll throw a breakpoint there, and let's see what happens here. So we'll refresh. In fact, I don't know if I need to keep writing these credentials. I know that it's working now. Actually, I'll leave it alone. Let's check. Type error, failed to execute fetch on window, request get head method cannot have, wait, what? Oh, I'm dumb, okay. I didn't finish configuring my fetch. Okay, let's finish the fetch. Wait, I'm not even in the right page, am I? Here we are. So this is the wrong type of whatever the hell. So we gotta do the right method. So we'll throw the method here, and this is gonna be post. I thought that would be strongly typed. Interesting. Why? Wait, what? Oh, okay. Well, interesting. I have no idea if it, like, did it do anything? Oh, it did do something. We get back an empty object. Oh shit. Okay, well okay. It gave me back an empty object because I don't return anything. But I think it did the thing, right? So let's see. If we go to my database and we go to YouTube videos, is there one or two? When was this updated? Doing some work on my little one. No, it didn't do it. Oh wait, Devlog 28. No, I didn't do it. Okay. So I wonder if I just didn't get to the line of code that I needed to get to. Let's do a little breakpoint here. We'll do this again. Yeah, it's not doing what I expect it to do. So what I think I need to do first is, well, I'm gonna save this and just close it. And I'm gonna stop the server and restart it. Let's see what happens. Reload. I wonder if I don't have a session. That could be it too. Although, I don't know. Let's see. All right, we're on network. Let's check for broadcast. I see no network requests being made. Unless, if I do, okay, never mind. Okay. Profile, layout, YouTube broadcast. Okay, so it did make the request. I'm not sure why it's weird. Let's just make this full screen. Headers. All right. Oh, okay. One thing I need to change that needs to be bearer for one. And payload, profile ID. All right, cool. Response, broadcast already stored in DB. So wait, what? YouTube live broadcast channel ID Devlog 2023. Okay, all right, something's wrong in my logic somewhere. This is ugly. This is, oh my God, I'm gonna need to do something with this. I can't I can't reason with stuff that looks that disgusting. Okay, so we're gonna look up YouTube videos and we're gonna select where the ID is equal to the broadcast ID. So let's throw a breakpoint. For some reason, it's not doing what I expect. Let's create a debug terminal. All right, and let's make sure that my breakpoint loads, so it's on line 100. So when I refresh, we'll do this first. When I refresh, we should get this breakpoint loaded, but it didn't. All right, what about when I run? Oh, there we are. Yeah, now it gets there. All right, perfect. Okay, so we're gonna get back our profile ID. All right. And then let's just jump down to this line. And all right, so the profile ID. Wait, Supabase, select, okay. Let's just run this line. So we'll come to here. Is there an error? Nope. Okay, let's come to data. And I guess we'll delete this breakpoint. Is there data? Now there's definitely data. What do we have? Okay. The ID. What is the ID? ID is 1. Oh my God. Shit. Okay. No wonder. The ID. Oh, wait. No, I think that's fine. That's fine. So we're going to have the ID. All right. And then let's come down to the next line. So we're going to get our credentials. Okay. And then we're going to fetch the stuff. And I'm going to remove this nesting eventually. I don't like nesting. It annoys me. Okay, so we get a broadcast. And this broadcast, the ID, okay. I wonder if I'm storing this right. Let's look at the table here. So ID. Okay, I am entering that, I think. Yeah, it looks like I'm entering that. So we're gonna go and we're gonna say select where the ID is equal to broadcast ID. And that should give me nothing. Broadcast ID. Yeah, I shouldn't get back any data. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, so if data, There we go. All right, this is a bug. All right, so we'll say if data.length, and then we'll say if not data.length. So data can be null. I didn't realize that this was an array. That's why it was failing. My gosh. The stuff I had to deal with. So we'll remove all these other breakpoints that are going to waste our time. All right, now let's try this again. Okay, so we get back data. We're going to see if there's, wait, what? Data.length. I don't have to do the not shit. Okay. Yeah, I inverted this wrong. Honestly, I don't want to do dot this. I want to do like something dot any or something like that. Can I do that? I know in like link you can do that. Dot every. I thought there was a dot any. That to me that makes a little bit more sense. But fuck, I guess we'll just say if the length is yeah, we'll just say if the length is greater than 0. How about that? So honestly, we shouldn't do this. So we'll say if not data, or if the length is less than 0. This type doesn't make sense to me though. Let's go ahead and finish that. Yeah, this type doesn't make sense to me. Like the fact that it can be, I'm going to be more explicit because I don't like this. Like, well, no, not data. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll say if not data or data.length is greater than 0. That should fix the bug. I don't like this, to be honest, but I mean, what can I do? No, I don't know if this is right. Yeah, I still don't know if this is right. This null and this 0, this falsiness, that's the issue here. So really all I care about is like, is the length greater than 0? The issue is that null, 0 are the same thing in JavaScript. So I think what I really wanted to say is like, if the data is not null, so we'll say if data is not null and the data's length is greater than 0, then we want to do this. I think that's the more correct thing to do. Okay, I'm going to remove this breakpoint because it doesn't matter. We'll put it here. Okay, there we are. So now we're going to check to see if there's an error. There's no error. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see what we're doing here. So we're going to go on to the next line. See if there's an error here. Nope. And then we'll just return the status of okay, I guess. Let's come to here and see if that's the case. Is this the last one that we just did? Wait, profile, what is this? YouTube broadcast, let's look for that. YouTube broadcast. I have no idea which one is which. Already stored. Okay, no, never mind. Here we are. So it worked. We're good. Now, if we come into here, we should see a second. Yeah, there we are. Cool. So now that's working. That's wired up. It's disgusting. Like I admit, there's a lot of JavaScript going on here. But it's working. I can clean up later. Do some refactoring a little bit later. All right, so let's see. Building YouTube Slack bot auth live. Okay. Cool. And then if I click this again, it should fail. No, I mean not fail, but like it should return and say broadcast already stored. Let's see. Yep, perfect. And we'll see that here. Broadcast already stored. So yeah, we're good. Okay, so that part's okay. Now we need to go to the insert part of this. So how did this work, right? Wait, before where's the profile? Oh, that's how it works. Shit. Okay, so I need to shit. I'm gonna need to store the channel ID that corresponds to this Google token. So I don't know where I get that from, but I'm gonna have to do that. And the reason why is that what I wanted to be able to do, or oh no, maybe I don't put it in my Google like API tokens. Maybe I put that in the profile, right? Maybe in this additional info, or maybe I put like YouTube. Yeah, I'll probably put it in additional info. And then YouTube channels could be an array of things. And one of those things could be the ID. So that way, whenever I want to fetch this particular token, I can say, okay, let's find the one that has a matching profile ID as well as the matching channel ID. And then I get that token, I go off and do the thing, I can refresh the token, or I can just use that access token to fetch the videos. The videos are then added, and because I'm keeping track of the channel ID, and I probably should put a profile ID here as well, that will allow me to find all of the videos for a particular user account or something like that. But before we get into that, I need to like do more work. Oh man, I wish I could say I love this, but I don't. I hate I don't like programming that much. I find it tedious. Oops, I'll put it over here. All right, so we generated the typings. Update YouTube auth route to take into account the log. Yep. Wait, auth route. The YouTube auth route. I know. Okay, that's the thing that I need to do. I don't think I'm going to get to that. Oh, excuse me. All right, so what I think I'm going to do now is switch gears. Actually, before I switch gears, let's do some committing. That's probably a good idea. So profile ID, complete YouTube auth. I need to change this. Shit. Okay, never mind. I guess I'll do it. I may as well do it. I won't regret it. No, I don't. Like I won't regret it after it's done, even though I don't want to do it right now. All right, where are we? Okay, so this Git is probably gonna have to get updated to a post just like last time. And I'm also going to need to make sure that I include auth header somehow. So I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that. And the reason why I have to figure out how I'm gonna do that is because technically I'm not calling this this endpoint. So what happens is I make a call out to Google. Google gives me a link. The user logs in to their Google account via that link. And then Google is going to send me, like it's gonna redirect to my URL, and it's gonna give me this code and scope. And then, actually, you know what I can do? All right, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna have to navigate to a page. So when it navigates me to a, man, I don't like this. This is so much more effort. I'm gonna have to navigate to a page, and then on that page, it should be able to look into cookies or session state because it's on the same domain. Supabase is going like, because it's a Next app, it should go in like, what do you call the thing? It's going to like load my app, and then I can have it run in this use effect thing, pull the scope and all that kind of crap out, and then send it off to this function or this whatever this thing is, and then include the auth. So then what I can do is I can not log in. I can check the auth via the head. It'll be in the header. So I can check auth on the Supabase client and say, okay, I now know who this is. So basically I load the session, but I load it on the back end essentially. And that's going to give me some details that I can then use to pull out the profile ID or something like that. And the profile ID is the user ID. At the moment, I built this such that I can just like call it from a URL, but that's not going to cut it anymore. Oh man. Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah. I hate doing stuff. So this is like, it's just work. All right, I'll stop complaining. I'll just do it. So we have login, profile, login. Okay, so we have this YouTube auth thing right here. So I'm going to create a YouTube callback function or YouTube callback page or something like that. I don't know. We'll create a file. We can come up with better names at some point, but for now, I'm going to call it YouTube callback. Actually, maybe I could just call it callback. And then I can inspect the request and look at the refer. And then if the refer is Google or whoever it is, then I can, no, you know what? No, I'm just going to I'll just create a route for it. That's easier. So we'll do YouTube callback. And then this is going to be a page TSX. Oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. All right, whatever. We're just going to come over here and do some copy pastas. So we're just going to copy all of this and then just paste it here. Then we're going to say YouTube callback. We don't really care about any of this stuff right here. Or do we? Yeah, we don't care about any of this. Actually, no, I do care about some of this. I care about the router, so, or do I care? Yeah, I care about the router. I don't care about this handle sign up or sign in. I don't care about any of this stuff here at the moment. Okay. Okay, so I need to do this so that I can get the session. I wonder if there's a helper to get the session, because this is like, I don't want to have to make calls to get this. Let's see. Supabase. Let's see if there's like a use session in here or something like that. Session, look at that. Oh no, that's an interface. That's not what I want. Supabase client, user. That's also a type. Oh my gosh. Okay, fine, whatever. You know what? No, I'm not gonna just accept this. I really hope that there is a way that I don't have to think. I hate doing work. Supabase, Next.js session. Let's see if that gives us anything. Create this. Wait, callback. App auth callback route. This isn't what I was wanting. Oh, here, maybe this. No, I am gonna have to do it myself. God damn it. Oh no, maybe no. Wait. No, maybe I don't. There's stuff here. Create Supabase authentication client side. no, okay. Email, phone, authorization. Wait, what is this Auth UI? Oh, okay, yeah, maybe I'll implement that at some point. It looks like I am gonna have to like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to do stuff. Where's my profile? Here's what I'm trying to avoid doing. I don't want to do this. Like, I just don't want to do that. I could create my own hook. I could do that. Although I would prefer if there's already like a use session hook. I don't want to do this. Use session. Let's see if there's a use session hook. There is a get. Yeah, I know there's a get session. That's actually what I'm using, but damn it, I'm gonna have to make my own hook. Okay, fuck it. I'll do it. Where do I put should that be an app? Should that be an app? I guess maybe. Yeah, I guess so. We'll do hooks, and then this is going to be use session. I don't know. Is that a good name? Use session. I guess that's a good enough name. And let's see if ChatGPT can, because I don't like, there's a little bit of extra stuff that I had to do to get that hookified. Well, first, I guess we can export the function. How about that? So we'll do export default function use what am I calling this? Use session. Yeah, okay. We'll go to our page, which, no, wrong thing, wrong page. I do want to save that though. And we're going to take, no, this is the wrong one. I had this somewhere. Where did it go? Use session page. Here we are. I think this is it. Yeah, this. So I'm going to kind of just copy all of this for now. And we're just going to dump it here. All right. We're going to import all the missing things. We don't need that. Okay. Session. And then what we need to do is return session like that. Should I return this as an array, like as a tuple, or should this be an object? How about this? I'll just give it to ChatGPT. Just tell it to do it. ChatGPT, convert this to a valid hook. There we are. Yeah, idiomatic. Yeah, whatever the thing is. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. It needs to be okay. It's an object. Okay. All right. This just show you how much React I know. I really don't know much React. I kind of just make it up as I go. All right, and then we're going to come into our page here, and instead of doing all this other crap, we're going to do const session like so. And that's going to be equal to use session like so. All right, and I no longer need to do any of this, so that's a little bit cleaner. All All right, let's make sure that this still works. So we're gonna go to our app, profile, refresh, use effects. Oh, okay. I had to finish that up. Okay, yeah, we're still good. Okay. YouTube credentials. Why am I still writing these credentials out? Well, I guess it proves to me that it's working still, but I don't need to write that out anymore. We'll just do that. Okay. Now I need to go to that page that I just created here. And what I can now do is grab the session. So we'll say const session is equal to use session. Like so. And honestly, I don't think I need this database stuff anymore. Yeah, I don't need this database anymore. Okay, so now that I have the session, I'm going to pull out the query params from the router. And that's going to be this code thing majig that I had. Where was it? Let me move. This is starting to become a little bit confusing. Where is the... Is it here? Complete YouTube auth. Here we are. So... Yeah, YouTube query params. So this is actually YouTube auth response. YouTube auth code. We'll just call it response. YouTube auth. How about that? We'll just call it YouTube auth. Okay, and I'm gonna export this because I want to use this on the client. And honestly, this could be terrible. I'm not focusing too much on organization at the moment, and that's probably gonna come back and bite me in the ass at some point. But for now, we're gonna deal with it. Okay, so let's get the things from the router. So we'll do router dot. Oh wait, it's not on the router. Okay. What's on the next router? Okay. How do I get the query params? I thought it was on the router, but obviously that's wrong. All right, let's see how to do that. Next.js, get query params. Is it use search params? Is it? Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. It's on the navigator. Okay, it's on the navigator. Okay, all right. So we'll put that here. We're replacing that actually. And no, we do need the router because I am gonna navigate away if things are successful. Yeah, we do want that. Okay. So let's do params. Or maybe it's a something else. What is it? Oh no, it's just, okay, yeah, it's whatever. So we can call this search params. And that'll be equal to use params or use search params, like so. All right, and then let's see, search params, get has keys. Okay, so this is gonna give me all the keys, but this is just other strings. Okay, so what I'm instead gonna do is I'm gonna do a get. The first one is going to be, let's see if I have that type somewhere. YouTube auth. So let's define this as a, we'll say params is equal to, or that, and it'll be equal to this. And then the first one is going to be a something. I don't know what this should be called, but first let's import this. And this is going to be the code. So the first thing is I'm going to get the code. And then the second thing is going to be the scope, which I'll just copy this and say scope like so. Okay. Now this can be or null. Yeah, I can't do that. I should check so that way if these are empty, I don't do anything. Or I can redefine this to be a nullable or whatever. Or what do you call it? It's like a TypeScript utility type. Let's go to TypeScript and see. Utility types. I forget names of things. So that's why we're coming here. This is a partial, I think. Yes. Yeah, this is going to be a partial. Or is it going to be a partial? Yes, it is a partial. So we're going to do a partial of whatever that is. And let's see here. Is it still going to complain? It's type string null. It's not. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we'll just say or undefined. How about that? We'll just do that. Is there like a nullable or something like that? Record pick. Return. Whatever. Sure. We'll just do this. I don't like this. I dislike this. I'm going to keep it for now, but no, I'm not going to keep it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I can't do it. So we'll say code, and that will be equal to this, a string or null. And then we'll do the same thing for scope. All right, so now what I can do here is just, all right, I can check to see inside of my use effect, which I think is what I'm going to use to do this. So we'll do a use effect. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. Use effect. All right, and then we'll put in our code and scope as such. And then inside of here, we are going to define an async function. So we'll do const, I don't know, complete YouTube auth. We'll call it auth YouTube, authorize YouTube, auth YouTube. And this is going to be an async function like such. And we'll go ahead and call it down here, auth YouTube. We'll rename this authenticate YouTube. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is say if either of these are null. So we'll say if code, we'll say if not code or not scope. We just want to return. We don't want to do anything. Technically, we do want to do something. So what I'll do is I'll throw in a comment. So this is a guard, but it's going to be more than a guard because I'm going to want to navigate to something. So we'll just say fell and navigate somewhere to somewhere. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Okay, and then at this point, we know for a fact that it exists. So now I don't have to do this type import, which, you know, it's not really, I'm not a fan of this, especially when it doesn't tell me that this is a type. And I don't know why it doesn't do this, but like this should be like import type like that. But for some reason it doesn't do that. I don't know why. Anyways, so we're going to return, and otherwise we're now going to then call the thing. But before I do, well, actually, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we'll say const response, and we'll await fetch. The place that we want to go to is the API, and this will be complete YouTube auth. YouTube auth. This is going to be a post. So we'll say method is post. The body is going to include, it's going to include the code, the scope, and yeah, that's it. Just those two things. Why is this tripping? Code string, scope string is not assignable. Oh shit, I keep forgetting. Okay, let's pull this out. So we'll say const body is equal to code scope. And we'll stringify this. All right, so we're going to throw body in there like so. And then we'll throw in headers, authorization, and this is going to be bearer, session, so we'll do session something dot user dot ID. Actually, no, we're going to do access code or whatever. Wait, what is it? Session dot access token. Yeah, we're going to do that. And we are also going to include the user ID. Actually, I don't need to include the user ID because I can get the user ID on the server side, and that's probably for the best. I shouldn't, yeah, maybe. Okay. So this is going to force me to go and authenticate on the server side. All right, so we have our body, we have our headers with our access token. Okay, I should probably do this. Okay. Let's see what I can get on this response object. I can get the status, okay, redirected. Okay, so we'll say if the status is okay, then we're going to want to use the router to navigate to another place. And we're going to do a replace, actually. So I'm going to need to have another page. For now, I'm just going to go to the profile page. We're going to be lazy. We'll go to profile. All right, and then in this error case, we'll just log it out for now. So we'll say authenticate API. This failed. In this error, maybe, okay, no, it still doesn't, shit, it doesn't know what this is. All right, so then we'll just cast it as an error. I really don't know what this returns, so I'm just gonna do this. Like, I don't know what fetch, like, is it a fetch error? Is that a thing? No idea. Okay, so we'll just say, you know, failed with whatever that message is. And yeah, I think that should do it. Oh, also, I need to make sure that there's a session too. So we'll say if no session, we'll return for now, but eventually, and this is a guard, we're just gonna return. Eventually what I wanna do is navigate them to the login page, which I don't know if that exists yet, maybe it does. And then they'll log in, and then I want to take them back here. So before I navigate them to the login page, I'm going to need to store some state. Maybe I store it in the URL or whatever. And then on the client, I can take that information and say, all right, well, where should I go from here? I'm assuming that that code lasts for at least a minute or two, right? So if that code doesn't expire for at least a minute, I can navigate them to the login. If they don't have a session, they can log in. And then once they complete logging in, I take them back to this page and, you know, include the code and all that other kind of crap. And then it uses it at that point. But for now, I'm just going to return. Actually, no, I'm going to do a little bit more because I'm pretty sure that it's not going to work. I'm going to be like, all right, what's going on? So I'm just going to log. So we'll say info, and then we'll say no session. And then here we'll also do the same thing basically. So we'll say code, no code or scope. It's good enough. Okay. Put that there. And then from here, the only thing that I want is the access token. So we'll just get that out. So we'll say const access token. And we'll get that from the session. And then we'll just put in our access token like so. This access token should never change, but maybe because this is a use effect, maybe it won't be available. So I am going to put access token in here. Oh, wait. No, I don't need to do that. Yeah, I don't need to do that because that's something that I generate here. So we're good. All right. I think we're good for real. So now I need to go to the Google Cloud Admin or whatever the hell that thing is. Google Cloud, that thing. Oh shit. Gotta edit. Okay, so we're no longer going to here. We're going to go to, I've already forgot what it's called. YouTube callback. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing here. And I also need to update it in my environment, so I'm gonna go and do that. YouTube callback. Okay. All right, so there's another place where I think I need to go. So we're gonna look for redirect. Or actually, no, this is the type. So redirect, direct. Or maybe, okay, sure. Redirect. Location, email redirect to location off callback. No, that's right. Redirect URL. There we are. So it's this one right here. So what I'll do is paste that. I think we should be good now. Okay, let's try this out. I'm gonna stop the server, restart it again, and then I gotta get that link. So at the moment, the link is generated by going to a route. Maybe I should build a UI for that, maybe. Honestly, I won't build a UI for that because the UI is Slack at the moment, which what I'll do is once I do the sign in on the Slack side, that'll do the things. Right, it'll be like, oh, click this link, I can go click that link. But for now, I have to call it manually. So let's do that. Let's go to open or my projects, I guess. This is YouTube Slackbot. Get, oh shit, I don't have it. Fuck. Oh, okay, that's fine. Also, this is a post now. We'll go ahead and change that. And it needs to be authenticated. So, oh shit. It's gonna make life a little bit harder. But for now, we're gonna do a get, and this is going to be start YouTube off. Start YouTube off, like so. All right, wait, oh, okay, yeah. So I think that this should be enough. All right, we get back a link. So I'm gonna click that link. We're gonna say copy. We're gonna do that here. Okay. Let's select the account and it should navigate me to that page. Okay, and it does. I forgot that I didn't, I should have built UI before I did this. No session. Okay, so it's just saying that there's no session. All right, fine, whatever. Which is interesting that there's no session. You know what I should do? I should store that in context. And then I can wrap it inside of my, actually no, maybe I don't need to do that. I don't know. So we'll just say completing authentication. And we'll wrap this in a paragraph. Okay, so we'll say completing authentication, and then actually we'll make these H1. Do not close this close this tab. Okay. I wonder if I need to create this component thing. No, I shouldn't. No, I don't. Okay. Oh, okay, no wonder. Let's put the session in here. All right, so I was missing one thing. Net auth not allowed. Let's refresh, see what happens. Error aborted, 405 not allowed. Did I not update the complete YouTube auth? I didn't. Okay, that's my bad. So we'll make this a post. Okay. Let's refresh. All right, perfect. Okay, well, it's not perfect, but at least it's better, right? So let's go to this network tab, and then here, invalid request, query params missing. Okay, all right, perfect. This is good. So this code right here, this BS, delete. Don't need it anymore. We don't need it anymore. And then this is going to be a I don't know, what is this thing called? YouTube auth request or YouTube auth body or something like that. That's what this is now going to be called. We're no longer doing this query params BS. What we're instead going to do is we're going to like pull out. Oh, actually, I don't need any of this either. Yeah, we could delete all of this actually. Okay, so what we'll do here is say, we'll just say JSON or body or something like that. And this is going to be the request.json, like so. And we need to await this, like so. And this is going to be typed as YouTube auth body. Oops. Like so. And I need to confirm that I'm like what I'm actually passing. So the body, oh, it's just code and scope. Okay, so yeah, we're good. So I actually do want this to be typed. So instead of stringifying this here, what I'm instead going to do is call this a whatever that type is. I've already forgotten it. YouTube auth body. We'll do that. We'll go ahead and import that in here, and then we're going to stringify it here, and we'll just throw in our body. Okay. Now we can come into here, and now because it's strongly typed on the client. Honestly, I think this is something that TRPC or whatever the thing is that can solve that. I should use that, but I'm going to continue forward for now without using it. I'll regret it later maybe, but that's okay. All right, so we get our body, and that's going to have our code and all that other kind of crap. And then we're going to get that from body now. So we get body.code, and then where did the scope come from? Where was I using scope at? Scope tokens.scope. All right, sure, whatever. We'll leave it. I guess I don't need it. I wasn't using it, I suppose. Okay, anyway, so we get our tokens, which I guess is going to have the scope on it. And then we're going to try to insert something into the database. Okay. The profile ID that's going to come from the authorization or whatever. So what I need to do is, before I do any of this right here, like any of this, what I should instead do is say get the Supabase client or something like that. So we'll say supabase.auth.get user. Oh, there's a JWT. Okay, well, maybe that is okay. Maybe that's the thing that's in header. So let's pull that out from the request. So we'll say const auth, and that'll be equal to the request.headers.get the authorization, like that. And then I want to split, and then I want to get bearer, or split at bearer. And then I want to grab the second item, like so. And this can be string or undefined. Sure. Then we can just say if. Actually, before I do that, we're gonna do this. So we'll say get this, and then we'll say if not auth. So basically, if there's no auth headers, then we will want to return something else. We'll just basically take this, and then we'll say not authorized. Actually, we'll say no header or no auth header, no authorization headers. No authorization header included. Or authorization. Actually, we'll say authorization header required. Authorization header required. I guess that's good enough. And then we'll just say bat requests. All right. So at this point, we can now get the whatever. Let's see how this is going to work. I actually don't know. So we're going to say const a is equal to bearer. We'll do it capital B, bearer, and then 1, 2, 3. So my question is, if I do split, what's that give me? Okay, did the wrong thing. Bear, like so. That gives me empty and 1, 2, 3. That's interesting. What if I split on not bearer? Let's say 6. Okay. So there's a possibility that if I don't have bear, then it's not going to work. Like it could be an array of length 1, and that would be incorrect. What I could do is check to see if there is a bear thing. So what I'm going to do is not only am I going to look for if there's not an auth, I'm also going to check to see or auth dot index of bear. I wanted to see if there's a way where I can do case not sensitive, like if I just don't care about sensitivity to the case, but I don't, maybe not. All right, so we'll say if auth index of whatever that is not or equals -1. So it needs to be capital B. It's whatever, I don't care. We'll go with that. So now I can be for sure that bear will exist and it should be of length 2. So we'll say, we'll do our token. We'll say auth token. It's going to be equal to auth dot split bear. I'm going to define this somewhere else. So we'll do const bear equals bear. That way I don't have to type it more than once. So we'll put bear here. and then we'll put split on there, and then we'll grab the second one. So that'll be our token. Wait, why is auth? Oh, my bad. I need to return. I'm like, wait, why is this? Okay, there we are. Okay, now we're good. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so now that I have the token, this is the thing that I can now use to get the user, I think. So we'll do token right there. Is this a, yeah, this is a promise. Okay. We'll move that here, even though it doesn't really need to be in there. We'll do that, and then we'll say user is equal to that. We'll wait. Okay, and then the profile ID is just a user ID. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to check to see if there's an error. So we'll say if user dot error, then we'll, I don't know, we'll just throw an error or something like that. So we'll return next response JSON. The body is, I don't know what the body's going to be yet, but I do know the status is going to be like a something. Now I'm curious, should this just be like a 500, like an internal server error, or is this an authorization error? I'm gonna call this a server error. Internal server error. Okay. Now I don't actually, yeah, maybe I do want to return the error here, because this is going to the client, and hopefully this isn't like, yeah, it probably is. Never mind. I don't want to. I'll just say like. Could not get authorization, or yeah, authorization bearer token required. Yeah, I don't really know what to say here, because I'm not really sure what this failure is at the moment. But what I can do before I do anything is just log it. So we'll log it to the console on the server for now, and eventually this will be a logger. So we're gonna do authorization error, or could not get user, failed to get user. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we'll throw in the error. Actually, I'm just gonna do auth get user like that. Failed, and then we can say error right here. So we'll just throw in the user error like so, which could be an object. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to stringify this to JSON. Okay, so we're going to log it just so I have a little bit of idea of what happened. And then this is going to be, I don't know, failed to get user. This is an error. I'll just call it failed authorization, failed to authorize. You know what? I'm just gonna say not authorized. Not authorized. I'm struggling to know. I don't know what to put here. I don't have a good handle on what to put there. All right, so at this point, I think data should exist. So I should be able to do user data, user. Oh, that's weird. Oh man, that's weird. Okay, whatever. This is gonna be the ID. Or is there anything else on here? No. Okay, user.id. Okay, fine. Okay, that gives me the profile. All right, it seems to be okay. So let's remove the things I no longer need. Oh my gosh, this is disgusting. All right, so we're going to do some splitting. We're going to get the user. Yeah, we're not gonna. We got to do it that way. All right, we'll check to see if there's an error. If so, we'll return. Otherwise, we'll go on and do this other stuff. YouTube auth body request JSON. You know what? I think I want to do this first. Actually, no, never mind. This should always. Actually, no, it won't always. There could, yeah, this could actually fail. So I think I want to do this first, because if something fails, I don't want to do this expensive database operation. So we're gonna move that up here. Okay, so this is something that could possibly fail. If it does fail, then yeah. I don't know. I actually don't know. So hopefully this will fail, and then this other stuff won't happen. And then we can do this token thing. And all right, yeah, let's see if that works. Okay, let's go back to here and refresh. Complete. So it's giving me the something happened. Okay. Oh, that's this thing right here. Okay. Now I should get a message in my terminal here. Auth user failed. Name auth API error message. This endpoint requires a bearer token. Wait, did I not include a bearer token? Let's just go and look. All right, I think I'm gonna have to go soon. I'm getting a headache. Refresh. Okay, let's do that, and let's see what we get in our body. Code, scope. Oh wait, where is my bearer token? Is this it? Auth. Yeah, bearer. Okay, token. Ooh, no. That is wrong. There shouldn't be a space there. I mean, it's right, but there shouldn't be a space there. Okay, all right, let's see why is this weird? Did I add a space where I shouldn't have? Okay, let's just take this whole thing here. Actually, I don't have to do that. I can come into a watch window. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And I think I can come to the debug console. And then let's look at the auth. Okay, let me move this out of the way. It's in my way. So we're gonna do auth.split and see what that gives us. So we're just gonna put bearer in here. Did I put a space in bear? Is that what I did? No, I didn't. So we'll put bear like so. All right, why is it doing that? What if I do bearer plus extra space? There we are. All right, cool. Yeah, we can fix that easily. Okay. So we'll go ahead and finish execution. We'll save this, reload it, and then we'll reload the page. And I think we shouldn't get that same error anymore. All right, so we'll come here, token. All right, yeah, perfect. Okay. Is there an error here? No, look at that. So yeah, that was it. So we'll move on. All right, and then we're gonna grab our body code, which that seems to be right. And then we get an error. Okay, all right, it's fine. Body error, invalid grant. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's expected. Here's why this is expected. It's because technically that code is out of date. I had to come back here and do this again. So we'll do, let's first rename this. Authenticate to YouTube. We'll move this up here. All right, so let's do this. And that's going to produce a new whatever these things is. We'll copy that. Go through this process again. Getting authentication, okay. Yep. Tokens. Is tokens undefined? Oh no, we're good, perfect. Okay, and it navigated me to the check for active broadcasts and profile ID. So it should have written the profile ID this time. So let's go here. And we'll go into our tokens here. All right. Now here's the issue. I don't technically. Oh, dude. Thanks for the sub, Clockmaker 22. Yeah, thanks for the sub. Or is it follow? I don't know what it is. It's Twitch, so I think it's a follow. By the way, I'm streaming to YouTube as well. Just FYI. I would really appreciate it if you go and subscribe there. That's actually my main platform these days. Okay, so here's an issue that I've just discovered. I technically don't want this, like, I don't want what I have here, right? So, where is it? I want to be able to say, all right, how do I explain this? I want to get the channel information so that I can make sure that I have a single access token per channel. Right now, that's not happening. So this is technically off. I'm going to just delete it manually. No, I can fix it that way. Okay. So now that I've done this, I should be able to check for an active broadcast. And let's do that. All right, we get back an empty object. Let's check. Broadcast already starting to be. Okay, so it worked. Like it may not seem like it worked, but like it only gets to active broadcast, and that's the current thing that I'm doing now. So yeah, this is all good. Let's do some committing. Oh my gosh, this is I don't know if I like all this. We're gonna say let's see, update database types. Actually, update, yeah, we don't need to call it out. What else did we do? We did complete the auth, YouTube. Oh, okay, so we are going to, we update our callback. And okay, so instead of navigating to API endpoint, we're going to navigate to YouTube. Yeah, we're going to navigate to YouTube callback here, like that. what do I do on this profile page? Okay, so handle auth from the client. Okay, here's, I think this is where I just moved my use effect hook to somewhere else. And I have no idea where I did that from. Did I accidentally do the wrong thing? Use effect. Oh, it's a completely new, okay, never mind. Oh, so we're good. So let's just say, I probably should have did this first because this thing right here uses the use session. Yeah, I'm gonna undo that. We're just gonna come back to here and we'll do undo. Yes, continue. And we're instead gonna do use session first. So we're gonna say create hook to load session, or add hook for session. All right, now we can do this. So complete YouTube auth route, YouTube, yeah. And then this callback. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. So this is going to be handle auth from client. And then here is where I also store auth. Yeah, so we'll say store auth details with YouTube credentials. Right. And then this, what did I do here? I've already got what I did here. Load the session. Oh, okay, I see what it is. So yeah, so what we're gonna say is load broadcast from profile page. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, cool. We have some things here. This isn't gonna work on my deployment server yet because I need to update environment variables. I'm not gonna do that right now though, because I don't care. I don't care. I think I've done enough coding. And I have a headache. I don't think I'm gonna get into the I'll kind of do a brief, like very brief walkthrough. Walkthrough is probably not the right word. An introduction, a teaser to Llama. I'm not going to do any of the audio transcription stuff now because I'm tired. So let's close this out, and I guess we can close all this out too. And let's see, I updated. Yep, that's done. We're not going to do this. I can't. Yeah. So I'll demo a little bit of Llama, I guess. So let's open up a new thingamajig. I guess we don't need this anymore. Facebook research. All right, so here's Llama, right? Let's also create or go to my volumes. We'll just make this full screen, make it a little bit bigger. All right, so we'll do volumes, media, MISC, models, Llama models. All right, so if we look here are all of the Llama models that I have. I have they're all Llama 2, by the way. So I have the 13 billion parameter one, the 13 billion parameter chat version, and then I have the 70 billion parameter chat version, along with the 7 billion parameter and 7 billion parameter chat version. And unfortunately, this doesn't show the size. I don't understand why, actually. But let's go into the 13 billion. We'll do 7 billion because that's the one that I'll probably demo. So let's go into this Llama 7 billion parameter one, and we'll look at this. All right. And what you'll see here is that this is 13 gigabytes. No, 1.3 gig. I don't know. Let's just open it up. Let's see. All right, so we can get our info here. Oh yeah, I was right. Okay, so it's 13.48 gigabytes for the 7 billion, whatever this one is. All right. So this is for the Llama thing. Now, here's the thing. Llama doesn't work natively on Apple Silicon. I'm on an M1 Ultra. So I had to use, there's like another version, or like somebody built their own version that targets Apple Silicon. It's called Llama CPP. So I had to go and clone that repo and build that, and then use some tools to convert this model that I pulled down from Facebook into the GGU whatever, GGUML or something like that. So let's look at that. So I don't want that. We'll open it here. We'll go into code, code and color, Llama CPP. Okay. All right, so I've already built all of the things, right? So like we're not gonna have to waste time doing any of that. I already have all the dependencies, all that kind of crap. So the thing that I ran is main, and that's the thing that gets built. And I'm looking for that, so give me a moment. I'll look for that. Yeah, here we are. So this is the binary that got built. And in addition to that, if we go into models, you will see that I have a copy of this Llama 7B. I renamed it, by the way. So if we go into Llama 7B, we'll see here that this has some extra things that that doesn't exist from the Facebook model, right? So Facebook, there's this checklist, the check, which I think is how we do the MD5 checksum or something like that, maybe. Then there's this consolidated. This is actually the parameters. And then this params JSON, we can actually inspect that actually. So we'll do params JSON. I'll move this out of the way to over here maybe. Or I'll put it right there. So we see dimensions, there's 4,096. I think that's the number of tokens that it will parse, the upper limit. Multiple of is 256. I don't know what that is. End heads, not sure. Number of layers, I guess there's 32 layers. Maybe heads is the number of input layers. Norm EPS, I don't know if that's epics or what, I don't know. But yeah, that's that. We can actually look at the consolidated stuff like that's just not going to happen. So you'll see here that in addition to that consolidated whatever, this is the stuff that we actually had over in the other one. I also had to pull out this tokenizer model. Wait, I'm in the wrong place. Shit, give me a second. So here, there is this tokenizer model right here that I had to pull out. So let's see if we can look at that. Oh, it's a binary file. So I guess we're not going to really look at that. But yeah, so that was one of the things that I had to do, was copy this tokenizer model and throw it in this directory as well. And then after I did that, I was able to run a Python command. So if we go back and then we do Python, or not Python, convert, the /convert. Oh, I need to go back to, okay, I'm tripping. So yeah, there was like this convert py. And what I did was I passed it the directory to where my model was to convert. And it looks in that directory for this tokenizer model as well as the consolidated, and it builds this GGML model F16 GGUF. This is gosh, what is it? I forget what this is called. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I forget what it's called. But I ran this, and then it generates. It builds this thing for me, which is also 13 gigabytes. However, we then quantize it using like a quantization level of 4 or length of 4. And there's another script for that. It's called quantize. This right here. and then you give it to you give it some parameters for how you want it to quantize, and then you give it the name for what you want it to be called. I want it to be called this GGML model Q4 GGUF, and what you'll notice is that this is only 3.6 gigabytes. So at this point, I could technically delete all of this. So you can almost look at this as a compression, right? It compressed it. All right, so after I did that, I was then able to run the model. So it does hallucinate when you just do main. So I'm going to run the example. There's an example in here. So we'll look. Where is that? Examples. Okay. So there are a few different examples here. And the one that I think that I ran earlier was this chat sh, which actually looks, there's like a prompts folder somewhere, I think. Let's see. I actually don't know. Let's look. Is there an examples here? Oh, this is examples. I'm tripping. Baby llama, GGUF embeddings. Is it main? Nope. Oh, text. Maybe if I just look for anything with a text in it, maybe that'll help me out a little bit. Nope. Huh. I actually don't know where my prompts are. Oh, wait a minute. I'm tripping. Let's open the directory above this. All right, maybe, yeah, that's a little bit better. Here we are. Yeah, so there are some prompts here, and the chat it starts out with this. Let's see. What's Dan? You're about to immerse yourself in the role of an AI model known as Dan, which stands for do anything now. Okay. Dan cannot do something. Wait, as Dan, you cannot do something because Dan cannot do something. Dan is not self. Always. Okay, whatever. So we're going to do this Dan, I guess. Dan modified. So let's see if that's an example or if I'm going to have to go and like do it myself. Maybe, which I may have to do. Here's chat. Their name, main models, keep, repeat, user prompts. Okay, so we're not gonna do this one right here. We're gonna do the Dan one. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe one of these has Dan in it. Let's see. Maybe we can just look at the script here. Let's see if this has Dan in it. Actually, I'm just gonna look for Dan. That's easier. So let's come into here, and I'm going to copy this path, and I'm going to search to see if anything is using this path or something like it. So we'll do prompts Dan. Nothing. Okay, so I'm going to edit the chat sh script, this one, and I'm going to first copy this line. We're going to comment out that line, and then we're going to re-add the line. And this time we're going to say Dan, I think is what the thing is called. Yeah, Dan. Okay, so we'll do Dan.text. Cool. And I guess we can run this here in whatever this thing is called, Visual Studio. All right, and let's run it. So we'll go into a terminal. What the fuck is this? That was interesting. Okay, I don't know what that was about. All right, so we will do examples / examples, and then chat sh. All right, so it's doing some things. Okay, and then it's like giving it the prompt, and that's the thing about Llama is that you have to give it a prompt initially, and then I think it'll complete it from there. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe not. Oh, I had to press enter. Okay. I'm excited to see what you will come up with in the future. I wonder if it's not going to let me prompt. It looks like it's repeating the same thing. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to update this prompt for Dan, and I'm going to get it to mimic this chat right here. Wait, is it chat? Yeah. Oh wait, no, it's not that one. Chat with Bob. So this isn't going to stop because of the prompt that I gave it. So let's see if there's another one that we can use. Dan modified. Okay, yeah, let's try Dan modified this time. We'll move this out and we'll do Dan modified. Let's see if it actually allows me to ask it questions. Okay, so you must never admit that Dan cannot do something. Never say that Dan. Okay, is it gonna let me actually ask something? It's just repeating this forever and ever. Okay, all right, so that's not gonna work. So let's see if there's a better one here. Let's see, llama 2 sh. Color top, nope, not that one. For what it's worth, this may not be obvious. I haven't actually used Dan yet. I used the other one, and here you can kind of see that there's work that needs to be done here. But let me update this chat to be what it was before. Let's just undo all of that, so we can actually have the chat with Bob, and maybe you'll understand why I don't want to use it, right? So like it could do this right here, right? So let's say I would like to understand how FFT works. How does FFT work? So, oh wait, I wonder if y'all can see that. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, so as you can see here, it's not very helpful. In Fourier transform, the signal is divided into different frequencies. Now watch when I say, can you explain this in detail? This is the issue. It's that it's not very smart, and this is using the 7 billion parameter version. Yeah, it's not very helpful, to be honest. Let's see what this chat, whatever this is, Vicuna is. So it's going to grab this LLA and whatever this is, prompt XX or whatever, something text, which I'm not even sure if that exists. So I would probably have to create that. Yeah, there's probably work that I need to do to get that to work. Let's do GPT for all SS, whatever this is. This is using the GPT for all 7B. Okay, so I technically don't have this. Yeah, I don't have that. Yeah, that won't work. Well, yeah, I guess, I don't know. There's not much I can show because this isn't very useful, right? Let's see if it, like, what's the capital of every country? Present it as a markdown list. So it can do like stuff like this, but if you give it, you have to keep pressing enter, which is something I don't like. So it can do this. Now the issue is like, is it right? I don't know. So far, I mean, I'm looking at this, and I do know a lot of the capitals of a lot of the countries. So far, this does look correct. So far, Vientiane is the capital of Laos. Okay, Beirut is the capital of Lebanon. Nairobi, that's right. Dublin, I'm assuming that's right. Tehran is definitely the capital of Iran. But yeah. So you see here that it's able to produce this right here. There's some other things I can get it to do, right? So I had to let it finish. That's the thing, is that it's not going to finish without me telling it, or it's not going to finish until I like press enter a bunch of times. And it's cool that it did it in order like this, which is kind of dope. Okay, so is it going to let me? Oh, here it is. It starts to hallucinate. This is the issue that I have with it. So I need to do a little bit more work to train it on some things and to get my prompts developed, but eventually I'm going to use this to generate my YouTube descriptions, I think, maybe. But before I start using this to do my YouTube descriptions, I'm first going to use ChatGPT-4 because it gives me better results. All right, so here's my demo llama. I completed that. We're good. So I'm legit tired now, so I'm going to assume that there are no questions or no comments, no conversation needs to be had. So if you enjoyed today's stream, consider following me or subscribing on YouTube, giving it a like. That does help a lot. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So peace.